Okay, I don't care what you say, Mike, because I have Frisbee the horse with me, and Frisbee is making me feel so much better this morning.
Frisbee is one of the stars of the Star Horse is the book. Sarah Maslin Nir is the author. She's also, you see her in the New York Times, two-time Pulitzer nominee for journalism. You know what? This is a beautiful horse. Explain, first of all, Frisbee?
Frisbee.
Woo! Frisbee's not even a horse. I learned this. I didn't know this morning. Frisbee's a pony.
Frisbee's a pony, which is a diminutive horse, not a young horse. Frisbee's an old man, and that makes an amazing therapy horse. He goes to hospitals, he goes to nursing homes, and he makes people feel good for a living.
I thought always ponies were just baby horses, but apparently not. There's more to it than that.
I didn't know that, but
let's talk about your book series. I'm sorry.
Frisbee.
Frisbee's not happy with me. Exactly.
Be careful, because you're going to get what I got, the special treatment.
Oh, you know what it is? Frisbee, look at here.
So
you guys talk about the book series.
Oh, yeah.
Frisbee wants food.
Now Frisbee is, you're Frisbee's favorite person.
Okay, there we go.
So, Sarah, we know that you're an equestrian. Why did you decide to write books about horses? Because, I mean, I read your columns in the New York Times. You're talking about everything from Diddy to Mayor Adams, but I guess this must be your therapy as well.
Absolutely. So I cover really tough stuff in the New York City, and horses have always been a therapeutic outlet for me. And actually, I'm from New York, but there are horses all over New York City. This horse lives in Riverdale in the Bronx at the Riverdale Stables, and there's also Gallop NYC, which is New York City's largest therapeutic riding stables right in Queens.
I love the book Once Upon a Horse because also the backdrop is New York City.
Yes.
You start off at Lincoln Center. Tell us about, I mean, obviously it's based on a real horse,
Yes.
right? Not Frisbee.
No, Billy the horse, who is the star of the Metropolitan Opera, and I know this because I walked him on stage in Verdi's Aida.
How did you get that distinction? How did they choose you of all people?
I pulled a little reporter threads, you know. And Billy was too busy. He's off in Long Island filming a period drama. He's a celebrity horse, and that became the vision of the Star Horse. It's a fictional tale, but it features real horses. Billy, in my book, finds a better way to be important to people is to end up as a therapy horse, just like Frisbee.
And talk about therapy horses, because I mean, you grew up here in the city, you know, around horses, you know, but this. Not just Frisbee, therapy horses do so much for so many different types of people needing therapy.
Absolutely. At Gallop NYC, they have people who are fully incapacitated, people who use speaking boards to speak, you know, just use their eyes. They don't have any physical mobility. And then they sit on horses and they feel what it feels to walk with their own power. And horses give that gift to us, whether we're able-bodied or not.
And I've heard stories about people with autism and how much it helps them as well.
Every semester, we have a child who says their first words to a horse, because there's no pressure. Because Frisbee just wants you to be who you are.
So Sarah,
growing up in the city.
I had an absolute obsession. I say in my first book, Horse Crazy, the answer is because horses. And people who get horses get it.
I love it. Okay, so this is a trilogy.
Yes.
What age group is this for? There you go. Welcome to the club.
Frisbee!
Welcome to the club, Frisbee.
I thought we were boys. Come on.
Now, you fed him, but what did you think he was going to do?
Well, I didn't think it was going to come out of that end if I fed him. It's fine. I did not get splashed. It's okay.
You're okay? You sure?
Yeah, you're a good boy. Don't worry.
Look, Frisbee's stealing the show. Can I steal my book from you?
Yes, I'm sorry.
So, Frisbee, this is what we're here to talk about, not you. The book is called Once Upon a Horse. The book before this is actually about the first female black jockey, Cheryl White, who did this amazing feat when she was 17 years old. It's called The Jockey and Her Horse. And the first book in the series is The Flying Horse, which is about a girl who suffers from dyslexia, who wants to be a writer. She's me.
Oh, I was wondering, where does this come in, Sarah? It's personal.
Yes,
it's
definitely.
personal. So, what age group is this for?
This is for 8 to 14, but I like to say the older that you are, the more you get out of it.
I could see this becoming like a TV series.
Oh, I'm working on it.
She's hoping.
I knew it, Sarah.
And people that, even if they don't read the book, they can get therapy horse care all over the city.
Absolutely. It is open to all. It is accessible to all. And the thing is, horses, they don't need you to be anyone. They don't need you to do anything for them except be a safe place to be, and then they'll be that for you.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
We appreciate it. I'm sure people, where can they find you and follow you?
Once Upon a Horse on Instagram or in the pages of the New York Times.
Of course. That's right. What are we going to be writing about later today, besides that Frisbee almost gave...
I almost joined the club with you. Yeah, there we go.
Yes. I can't tell you, but I'm sure it'll create some waves just like Frisbee here.
All right. find out.
So nice to meet you in person.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you so
nice.
much for having me on.
All right. Peacock's reality series Queen's Court follows powerful career women hoping to find that same success in romance. With 3 new queens and 22 potential knights in shining armor. There's no telling what can happen when you have that number put together.
Meanwhile, the show's second season premieres on Peacock on Sunday. And one thing's for sure, court is in session, and we are joined by the hosts, Rodney, Peete, Holly Robinson. Peete, nice to have you both here.
It's so great to see both of you.
Good to see you. It's been a while there.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
All right, I got to ask you because, you know, you're doing a dating game.
Yeah.
You guys are married,
Yeah.
but you're working together.
Yeah.
How's that working out?
It's
been a test.
yeah.
I noticed the pause.
It's been
Because
a test.
I mean, you know, we've been almost married 30 years. So this is a different season of our marriage, working together. Rodney says I'm really hard on him because I'm always like mouthing the words as they come out of it. But I think we work together really well.
I dove into her world a little bit, you know, being on TV. But the thing is, our marriage works because the balance of her working, I'm working, doing my thing, doing her thing, and now that we're working together, it's just kind of, it's actually been good.
Yeah.
But there's been some challenges.
Well, you did a reality show together, though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did the reality show together, and that was challenging too, especially with the kids. But it's actually now that we're empty nesters, and I do that because it's really only on paper. But it actually has a different energy to it. It is really fun.
Oh, well, the show, listen, everybody wants
It's a good binge.
What, 22? How did you find 22 single guys for 3 ladies?
Holly went out on the road
Yes.
and did scouting.
I did all the casting
I got phone
myself.
calls from all my single girlfriends going,
Right.
Holly, she's got a few extra, you know, around. But
Yeah, a spare here or there. You know, we did a great job in finding these guys who are seriously looking for love. This show is about women in their 40s-ish. One of them is even in their 50s. And, you know, it's a different time. It's a different energy from when we were out there single. And so watching and helping these women find love, it's been really fun. And we are very invested in this, right? So you see us, we're in the scenes with them. We don't just come in and go, tonight you're going on a date.
Yeah.
What we do is we get very involved in.
So,
We're not
Rodney,
licensed therapists, but we try to play
yeah, I
with
was
it.
about
play
to
them on
say,
TV.
What was the I don't know, the most interesting piece of advice that you gave out that you thought afterwards, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that?
There's a lot of those that I shouldn't have said. But a lot of times with the guys, especially when you get to a certain age, you get stuck in your ways. And I think that allowing them and telling them that it's okay to be vulnerable, you know, and that is a big thing. And it's not easy for guys to do that. So that was my biggest advice to them. Those 22 guys coming on really looking for love was you got to be vulnerable, open up, and let these ladies, let these queens know who
See
you are.
who you really are.
This is season 2 of it.
Yeah.
Do you divide it right down the middle where you kind of advise the guys and you advise the ladies?
That's such a good question. We do both, right? Because the guys want to hear my point of view. The ladies, they loved Rodney. The girls loved Rodney.
Well, who
They're
doesn't?
not
Yeah,
girls.
well, you know.
They're queens. They're not
Curt.
girls. But they did. He was like a big cousin to them. And that's what I think makes the show really special, that we are really invested and that they know that we have their best interests at heart.
All right, we have a clip from the show. Let's take a look real quick.
Okay. Chop, chop, bow. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bam.
Come on, Two. I know you got more than that, Two. Come on, Two.
Let Two do him.
Two is doing him. You go. Ooh, okay.
I don't know who this man is right now, but he feels good. He smells good, trying to take control without really having control because he's working with 2 left feet.
Plus, you got celebrities who are, you know, the queens, and that adds another dimension. Because, right? I mean,
Totally does, because a lot of these women have lived their love lives out loud. We know their history, we know what they've done in their relationships, what they've done wrong, what they've done right. So they kind of put it all out there. And that's why Rodney's advice to let the guys let their hair down too is really valuable.
Do you find it, and I don't want to get stereotypical, but that women that have had careers that are out there have a tougher time finding single men as opposed to women who are still kind of developing themselves?
Yes, and I think that was one way that I think Rodney and I were very helpful, because when we both started dating each other, you remember back in those days, Curt, 30-something years ago, you know, I was on TV doing, and Rodney was a quarterback in the NFL, so we had to be there for each other. On the red carpet, he would hold the purse. When I'd be at the stadium, I'd stand in the background. So we would just support each other.
You were like the original Travis
Travis
Taylor
and Taylor.
and Travis.
Okay, a little bit, kind of the OG. When we were in Philly, it kind of felt that way because
Yes.
Philly is so
Without
passionate.
social media, that's
Without
what-
the social media
Right.
part, thank God. But what I was going to say was that sometimes we understand that dynamic, and so to your point, the guys, meeting celebrity women, they don't know who these women are until they come on the show.
Okay.
That's a difficult balance, and I think Rodney and I can really help with that.
All right, so what are the queens? Is there an ending with the
There's
show?
an ending. Do they find love? Don't they?
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to
I'm
tell you.
not- that's what I'm asking.
You got to binge it on Peacock, and Bravo will come on once a week. It will drop once a
But
week.
Peacock, all 10 episodes come out.
Yeah, they drop
On Sunday.
So then everyone's going to know on Sunday.
That's
So,
fun.
Yeah.
All right, so are we thinking, will there be another season? Or
I hope so.
It's fun, right?
It's feeling good.
The
It's
feedback
feeling good.
feels good, yeah. After this is the second season of it, and after the first one, I think people really got involved and got invested. So hopefully there will be.
And
So
maybe
what do
even
you
with
two-
guys this next time.
Yeah.
So what do you two do to keep the love alive?
Rodney,
Long pause again.
what do we do?
Right.
We travel.
We do travel.
When we
do
discover
travel.
new places
Yeah.
together, that is like, hey, we're seeing something for the first time together. I think that keeps it
Yeah,
going.
it gives
And
you a
again,
little bit more.
and we're new empty nesters again in the fake quotes
Mm-hmm.
because there are still some at home. But
And we're busy, but we find time, like she mentioned travel, but find time to go to dinner,
Yeah.
have those date nights.
yeah,
you
like
know.
being in New York, we're excited. We get to go to dinner with friends tonight.
Yeah,
We
no
don't get
kids.
to do that too much.
Well, it's so fun talking to you. We're going to
It
watch
is.
Sunday night,
Yes.
Peacock. What time does it drop? What is it,
Well,
midnight?
It's
or?
Peacock, so anytime.
It's just anytime? It just
Anytime.
goes on? Okay.
It's all
It's just
10
gonna all
episodes.
drop.
You can watch them
And
all.
you're going to binge them, and I'm calling you, and you're going to tell me what you
Okay.
think.
And well, whoever you have left over, let
Yeah.
me know,
That's
okay?
for your girls. I got you.
Would you let one of your sons do this?
That's a good question,
Sure,
Holly.
why
Yeah.
not? Why not? I would if it was having trouble. I mean, these guys are in their 30s and 40s. If my kid is not married by then, I would put them on TV.
Don't even start, Holly.
You're
Do
going to be on
not
every
even
show.
start.
Rosanna's trying to get her daughter every time someone single comes on.
We'll
Maybe
talk.
Put them on the same show. There you go.
Okay,
Thank you so
think
much.
about it. Holly Robinson Peete, Rodney Peete, nice to have you here.
Good to see you guys.
Great to see you
Take care,
guys.
guys.
Thank you.